Hi, I've been using a daily note template in Obsidian for some months now, and I found it really helpful in my day-to-day engineering work and life. And I want to show you the template I use and talk about why it's useful out the box. You've got this button on the left where you can open a daily note. I do actually move my daily notes into a journal folder. People have different names for it. That is in the core plugin for daily notes, which is enabled by default. And if we look at the config, we can set a location. We have to create the folder first. So I'm going to call it journal. And then if we go back into the config, so I'm still in core daily notes, click the little cog, and now it can see it. So I don't have to type it out. So now we've got an empty folder called journal. And if I click the daily note this time, there it is, and you can see if I expand it out, it's hiding in there. And that might be enough for you. It was enough for me for quite a while. We might just type some things. The Ctrl+L keyboard shortcut gives us an instant to-do list. Like, that's pretty damn useful out the box. I like it. You know, you got all the usual making different types of notes. After using it for a little while, noticing some repeated patterns, like I would always be like, example, client, stand up, ticket of the day, and then like side hustle, make vids, like this one. So then I went looking for the template feature, which I'd seen from other people's videos. Let's pretend this was yesterday by renaming it. Rename yesterday's note. Close that. So let's make ourselves a template. Let's have a templates folder and just an ordinary note. And we just call it that. And I'm just going to paste in what I actually use. Which has come in right. Let me show you that in raw view. We've got these different reading modes. Let's go source mode so you see the actual markdown. So we've got this front matter, which I'll explain later in the vid. Some headings for different areas of life. And then the ongoing project client of the day, and some things that I do regularly, and a bullet ready to start writing some notes. And then through the day can make some notes on. But I've made this mistake before. This is the template. So obviously we don't want to edit this one. You get the idea. So if I close that now, so if I now create new day, new note. So we've got our daily note template ready. Now we have to tell it where it is, which is in the automatically enabled templates plugin. And again, because we've already created the folder, it knows to find it. And we can close that. And now if we open today's note again and go Ctrl+P, insert template, and there it is, ready to use. Bam. And there we're good. That makes it really easy, and it like reminds me that I always have to start the VPN. Yep, done that. And then, oh, you know, read this latest npm hack later, some link, etc. And do my triage and make some notes. And this time we're not editing the template. And again, we can use the tick boxy things, which is cool. I configured my real one to have the 3-way toggle, which I won't show in this vid, which makes it easy to flip between bullets and things. And then And you can even create like pages for the things you're working on with more details, or however you want to do it. And move it into folders. I'm going to move into tickets, wash dishes, side hustle, make a YouTube, which I'll take, but only once I've finished. Practice, legacy, AI, transformation things. Taxes, obviously. In my template, I tend to give this a nice short name, but it's still the proper thing. And again, obviously that can be an actual thing. So yeah, that's actually already quite powerful. So the kind of what am I going to do today takes ideas from Sansama, which is a daily planner, SaaS, which I really like. I like the thinking behind that. I'd like to make this more GTD, but I haven't figured out how to do that exactly. Yeah, and then for stand up, so ticket, ABC, it might be like PR, backend, ready, PR front end, needs UX input or something. Hard blockers, still waiting for answer on food design. So I might do this at the end of the day or first thing the next day, just so I don't waffle as much in stand-up. I'm sure my team will disagree with me. And then the quick capture is quite a good thing to have for the mobile app, because on the mobile app you can share to the app, and it will just drop it on the end of the file. So if I have some interesting link, like, I don't know, what's good to listen to today, or let's have some dance music from there that so-and-so sent me. Yeah, I'll listen to that later, and then you can come back onto the desktop and easily show it as a thing to do. So the last thing I'll show you, which is a bit of a bonus, if you're like me and you find yourself doing timesheets, like days build kind of timesheets. So now that we've got a couple of these, I shall just retrofit that into the original one. So now we've got two notes with client info. So we put the client in here. So one thing we can do now is using the Dataview, which I haven't enabled yet. We can drop in a query which looks something like this. Right, so this isn't enabled yet, so it just thinks it's code. But if we go and enable the Dataview, which is a community plugin, so we have to turn that on. We have to find it, and it's one of the most popular, so we'll install that here. And we have to enable it. And then when we come back to here, if I get my query right, hopefully, there we go. So if you noticed that was showing all the files, which is not actually very helpful, but because we put all of our journals into journal, we can go from journal. Now we only get the journal ones, and the billable days is blank, which is fine. So if we now go and put some billable days in, and we just take a 1 in one of them, and there we go. So it doesn't total it up, but this is good enough for me to, at the end of a week or a month, tally up, did I work on it? And because I'm very religious about creating my daily note, if I'm working on it, I want my notes ready. So it's quite easy for me to then do that instead of going, did I create a note? Was it actually a client note? Because of the Dataview and the front matter, I can very easily see. So yeah, if I come and add the second one to there, we've got 2 billable days. That's it. I hope to do a lot more with this. Subscribe if you're interested. Follow along. I hope that's useful. Stick something in the comments so that I know that you were here and what you thought of it, and if there's any questions or anything you'd like to know, anything you think I should cover. I hope to do more with this, but that's actually a lot of what I do with Obsidian these days. I've got it synced with the mobile app with SyncThing, which I like. Yeah, it's kind of it really. Daily notes. Daily notes in Obsidian. I like it. Hit subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Let me know what else you'd like to know. Did I miss anything you were interested in? How are you using it yourself? Love to hear it. Anything I could use that you might suggest? Love to hear it. I'm still quite a new Obsidian user. Till next time.